daily coding challenge, and this is day 6. And the question for day 6 is called group anagram. So let's go ahead and read the question. Given an array of string, group anagram together. So what is anagram? Like they didn't even explain what is anagram. It's like the most important part for this question is you need to understand what the question asks us to do. So I believe anagram is a group of words that make up of the same number of characters with the same number of frequency, but they are in different order. So for example, this three words, ate, eat, and tea are anagram. The reason that they are anagram because all of them make up from one letter A, one letter T, and one letter E. So the idea is we supposed to write a program to group them together. However, well, let's read the notes. So all input will be in lowercase. So we don't have to deal with punctuation or uppercase. The order of your output does not matter, so that's good. So what should we do? So we have words, 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 words. So we need to find some sort of way to what? So we need to find some sort of way to convert this word, to convert this word into a structure that allows us to compare. Convert this word to another structure, convert this word to another structure. So that structure allow us to tell that this is the same as this and this is the same as this because they make up from the same number of characters. So one way of doing this, I think that we can represent each word by a tuple of frequency. Because if we look at the frequency, if we look at the list of frequency or tuple frequency of this, and eat and tea and eight, they should look the same. So by tuple of frequency, what I mean is it's a tuple that contain. So initially, it's all contained 0, 26 times, and then we want to traverse through each word, each character, and update this tuple. And then we have a dictionary that map this tuple to a word like this. So my strategy is first we go through this list, and then in each word we want to find out its tuple frequency, and then we put it into a dictionary. So we keep doing that. So we create a tuple of frequency of t, and then put it in a dictionary. In the case that the key is already exists, we want to concatenate it. And inside of the dictionary, it should be a combination of tuple frequency and the actual words. So let's go ahead and do it. So as we know that tuple is not mutable, so we want to use list first and then convert list to tuple. So first thing first, let create the loop that traverses through all of those words. So create a dictionary, and then forward in string, and then we want for character and word. So we want to create the list of frequency. So you would say frequency list is equal to 0 and 26. And then as we go through each character, we want to update the frequency list. So in this case, our frequency list have a 26 slot, and the 0 slot we want to store like letter A. So what we can do is we can subtract it by A, like the ASCII value of A. So we can do for D, we allow us to convert a character to ASCII. And then we just increment it by 1. And after that, we want to convert frequency list to tuple. And then we want to add it into a dictionary. So if frequency tuple in my dictionary. So if it's in the dictionary, we just want to concatenate the word to that key, no, to that value. If not, we want to initialize the key and value. Then we want to return the dictionary values. So the reason that we want to convert this to tuple, so tuple is a immutable, and the reason we want immutable for the frequency list because dictionary can only take a immutable data type for the key. So that's why we need to convert it to tuple. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to use this statement right here. So in the case that the frequency list, frequency tuple, does not exist in the dictionary, we want to initialize a new list, which basically like this list. And then every time we found the anagram, we want just like concatenate, add it to the end of the list. And my dictionary here is just return the value, and value is basically a list of words. Let's see if this pass all of the pass the first test case. So ET8, let's go 10 net. And also it mentioned right here the order of your output does not matter, so this is considered the same as this for this problem. Let's submit it. Here we go. Our answer is accepted. That's good. And the time complexity of this problem is so it would be, so this would be O of the number of words from the input, and this would be the O of the number of the longest word in the input. So, and this would just take O1 to look up. And so the time complexity of this algorithm is basically just O of the number of words in this list times by the longest words times by the number of characters of the longest words. And the space complexity, we only use the dictionary, so it's the same. No, it's not the same. It's basically, yeah, it's the same. Alright, so thanks for watching. And if you guys have any question, feel free to leave it down in the comment section below.